In the not too distant future, the electric vehicle will take 10 minutes to charge, have a single charge range of over 1,000 miles, and contribute to the stability of the nationwide electrical grid. The impact of the electric vehicle on the world culture will eclipse the impact of the automobile on the American culture. Welcome to the EV revolution.
Welcome to Electric Future with me, JT Neal. Let me talk first briefly about my perspective on EVSE, which is electric vehicle service equipment. We typically call them chargers. That's really incorrect, but for all intents and purposes, we'll call them chargers. I am an electrical contractor here in the state of Virginia, Class A. My perspective on electric charging equipment, electric vehicle equipment, all the accessories is from the technical perspective of an electrical contractor, an engineer, an individual that is really looking for the substantive and practical use for any product that I am specifying to my client. I want to have confidence. I want to know that this product is going to perform in the way it is advertised to perform. It's going to do the things it says it's going to do on a continual and consistent basis. So getting into the substance of today's show, I want to talk about a particular charger or charger line that, from my perspective, is actually going to do something for you. The reality of a charger is that level 2, and we're talking level 2, we're not talking level 1 or level 3. But the reality of a charger is that it actually, its purpose is to bring AC electrical from your house or from your source to your vehicle. The actual charging mechanism is in your vehicle. The charging mechanism will determine the rate of charge. In all, it will determine how fast and how much your electricity your vehicle can receive. The components that actually change the electricity from AC to DC are within your vehicle. And that's why the control component is within your vehicle as well. Now, that having been said, there are aspects of the EVSE that are coming into use and will be implemented in the future that we all need to be aware of, especially EV drivers. The future, we've seen solar, and I've been very involved in solar. We've seen solar come about on a large scale and on a residential scale. A lot of people have generators on their residence. And now with the advent of the EV will become much more than just a vehicle. It will be a storage device for energy. And how we manage that energy is important. A lot of people at this point in time have solar on their residence. A lot of people have generators on their residence. And with the advent of the electric vehicle, that's another component that will become more than just a transportation device or automobile, if you will. Because it has a large storage capacity, in the future, that will be added to your residential electrical infrastructure. And how is that going to be done? How is that going to happen? There's a lot of charger manufacturers now that are attempting to integrate the different residential systems with software. There's a lot of them that are taking in creating their own components that integrate this. Um, Today, I want to talk about a charger line, electric vehicle line of chargers um, manufactured by the Eaton Corporation, Eaton, Eaton, multi-billion dollar worldwide corporation. Chances are you have some components manufactured by this company in your very own residence. Um, so with the Eaton Corporation, full disclosure, they had gotten into the charger EVSE market approximately 10, 11 years ago. But then they realized that they needed to um, polish their approach or change their approach, if you will. So now they're back with the Green Motion EV chargers. And from my perspective, as an electrical contractor, engineer, if you will, and this needs to be known, I install large scale charging facilities as well as small scale charging facilities, apartments, and municipalities, but also in the residence. The reality of that is that why wouldn't you, if you own an EV, why wouldn't you want to have your own charger in your residence? Whereas at worst case scenario, once it's installed, you're charging your vehicle at the same electrical rate that you're paying for your lights. But what if you were in a situation where you had solar and or generator power on your residence, and you had the ability to integrate these based upon your lifestyle, based upon the components that you have. And you could do this from your PC, your laptop, or your cell phone. So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about the electric future. Well, everything will be integrated to the benefit of the end user. So when I look at products, I'm not only looking at chargers for EVs, adapters. There's going to be a myriad of products and even services for EV drivers as we continue in this revolution. But what's really going to make a difference is how can you benefit from the future with electricity, the electric future. All right, so let's talk about this real quick. Not real quick, but let's talk about the Eaton Green Motion EV chargers. What is great about these chargers is, and I have a nice display here. By the way, 2300 North Lombardi, the EV Superstore. We have these chargers outside connected for public use that you can come in, test them, try them out, and evaluate for yourself how they perform with your vehicle. Now, level two. We're talking level two chargers, the Eaton Green Motion EV charger line. Let me get right to the substance. If you are moving into accepting what's happening, the transition, not listening to all the naysayers and the miscommunication, digging through all the misinformation on the EV revolution. Let me be clear. I'm going to bring to you straight information. And I'm looking at it from the perspective, again, as an electrical contractor. When I do an installation, my client is looking for results. They're paying for results and they get results. And that's why I'm in front of you today. The Eaton Green Motion EV chargers have what's called the smart breaker. And we've seen all kinds of smart devices on smartphones, smart cars, all of these things. It's about time that somebody really took a practical, substantive approach to the integration of the residential electrical components. Eaton has done that. Eaton has done that with the Green Motion EV charger line. All of them have this special circuit breaker in them. And on the box, I'm going to have to take a picture and send it to you. The one thing that I want to bring your attention, this is the 40 amp circuit breaker for the entry level residential charger. This is the Eaton, and it says on it, energy management circuit breaker. Energy management circuit breaker. And you see if other manufacturers have this, and the reason why I point that out is because in my code book, the NEC, it now addresses the transfer and the receiving of electricity, DC and AC. So when it comes to the electric revolution, it is in the wheelhouse of the electrical contractor. That's me. And what makes the substantive difference is this component right here. As you see, this is your circuit breaker, the double pole 40. But combined with the circuit breaker is the smart part of it. In this unit here, you have all of your technology and the ability to upgrade, change, and modify as technology improves, vis-a-vis the integration of your different electrical components in your residence. This unit here has your Wi-Fi technology in it. It has your cell phone technology. It has your hardwired RJ45 technology. However you want to connect to your EVSE, your charger, you're able to do so with this particular brand of chargers. You're able to control, you're able to modify when you charge, how you charge, the rate of charge. And consider this particular circuit breaker, the smart breaker, right, can not only is incorporated into your EVSE equipment, but also it can be incorporated into your electrical panel. Right? Now, when you have the ability to communicate with the smart component of your electrical control, you have technology in your hand. You hold technology. You own technology, and the future is yours. The technology of the future, the technology of the present, and if necessary, the technology of the past is contained within this smart portion of the smart breaker. This gives you control. This gives you the power. And when you're spending your money, I think that this is something you want to consider, especially when you have the ability to perhaps charge your electric vehicle from your solar array during non-peak hours, and it costs you nothing. So just consider that. Now, let's talk real briefly about how you get a hold of the Eaton Green Motion EV charger. The 32 amp first entry level residential charger. I received special pricing on. So I passed that special pricing on to you. I have seen them everywhere from, there is a particular big box store selling them for about 1/3 of what they should be. And then you have other online internet resources selling them for 3 times that price. But for a limited time, you can reach out to myself or Alexis, my office manager at the EV Superstore at contact@the EV Superstore. And here's the deal. Special pricing, right? $980 for the entry level green motion EV charger. It's the 32 amp charger. Again, but reach out to myself or to Office Manager Alexis at 804-683-4288 or contact@the evsuperstore.com. I really appreciate your time today. I hope that I shared some substantive information with you. Please go to my YouTube program and hit like, hit subscribe. And once again, thank you for sharing this time with me here at the Electric Future with me, JT Neal.